This is EA Sports FC 25. We're here on PlayStation 5 Pro, and the game is indeed enhanced. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. We've got ourselves an excellent matchup here, showcasing the improvements, adjustments, and the enhancements for this year's version of FIFA. Even though it's no longer called that, I'm still probably going to go with that titling for, I don't know, another year or so until we are fully prepared for the big change, obviously, that happened a couple of years back with the whole licensing thing. Anyways, we're diving in and talking about this game, where it did release a number of months back, and now we get to enjoy a slightly improved visual experience. I think something that probably isn't the biggest of deal to most, but something that does actually offer a nice little visual upgrade if you've been playing this game and are looking for it to look just a little nicer than it did prior. So this is a dynamic 4K resolution. It's something like 1800-ish p, and it's 60 FPS. There's also HDR support. We're coming from a dynamic 4K, which was quite a bit lower resolution-wise, so you should notice that the characters, or well, the athletes do look a lot sharper, a lot more detailed. We've also got ray-traced ambient occlusion and better effects for cutscenes and everything like that. The other big improvement you might have already noticed is that now the cinematics are 60 FPS from 30 FPS, which is kind of nice. And it's great to have this sort of a bump up for this experience in terms of improving the resolution quality of this game. Sports games are always kind of a fun showcase of just what consoles can usually do. And it's great to be taking a look at this on the PlayStation side of things, because typically I just take a look at this on Xbox. And I guess I'll have to decide what I'll be showing off the game going forward on when I go to review it every year, as I've been doing for quite a number of years now. I've been playing these for like off and on for like 20 years or something like that. They were very impressive during the big generational switch to when we went to, I guess on the PlayStation side of things. Went to the PS3 era, the improvements were kind of amazing. And the controller rattles with the sound of the ball piercing the net. That's what I'm talking about. So you do get a fair bit of a bump up for resolution, and you do get some other effects, obviously, that are improved, and it just makes for a better looking kind of game, I think, overall. And that's the thing I've seen for all the sports games, is like, you know, it's not necessarily like completely changing the game, if that makes sense, but it is bumping up the effects, it is increasing the frame rate across the experience in terms of like crowds and stuff like that, and I think it just makes for a much better looking experience the whole way through. I am anticipating maybe some more aggressive enhancements in future releases, because obviously this is happening, you know, halfway through the season, halfway through the year, so it's nice to have these upgrades. And I do kind of ponder what the next kind of step is. I am curious if we're going to be seeing the 120 hertz modes at some point, or what. It was interesting because a lot of these EA titles kind of got big graphical adjustments this year, kind of across the board, where we sort of got adjusted visuals for some more intensive like lighting features and stuff like that. And I think the results do look pretty incredible, and you know, when you're playing with like HDR and all that, it's quite breathtaking. Yeah, it's a stunning visual showcase of the pitch. Yeah, I know all these tactics things. Absolutely annoying. It seemed like most of my settings had applied when I was coming over to this, but I don't know. It's always touchy here or there. So we got a match showcasing the experience and kind of diving in and talking about it, obviously, as you've been seeing. I think these teams are usually pretty good selections that people would be appreciative about. If you're not familiar with EA Sports FC, it's the leading, you know, soccer/football simulation. We cover it every year, as I mentioned. And there's a bunch of different ways to play. kind of doing a bit of a quick play, you know, like exhibition matches, local, online, you know, alone, with others, lots of different ways to play. Wow, I'm doing rubbish on the defense here. And then lots of different teams across different leagues, and then there's different game modes on top of that, where you can do kind of like a professional athlete build. There's franchise, there's your ultimate team where you collect your cards. You know, what kind of self-respecting sports game doesn't have a card-based system built into it. And then on top of that, Volta was replaced this year with something that's a little bit more frantic, I guess you would say, like, sports-wise. So if you are wondering where that game mode is, I guess they did want to try something new to mix it up a bit, so that's an adjustment. And then you've got various online competitive, cooperative, multiplayer type modes, lots of ways to play, different like tournament type setups. I mean, it's a very straightforward kind of sports game each year. It's, you know, you kind of sit there and you ponder what else they could add. They've got all kinds of seasonal stuff always going on in this, and yeah, it's kind of interesting to take a look at it sort of like midway through the season, if that makes sense, because the season of the game having released, come on, I'm just getting out-muscled here, just because, you know, I usually like cover it at launch, and then I kind of don't really play around with it until, you know, the next year and stuff, and I review it again, and then move on to the next year. And that's kind of just the chain of my work in terms of covering these games. That's just kind of how she goes. And then we've got yeah, sort of a team rush, I guess is what it really is, a 5-a-squad kind of thing. And then they've redone the IQ system, or advanced it a little bit more for more in-depth and realistic offerings for tactical formations of your team moving together. So structurally, as your squad progresses, they're using like real-world data in order to drive that sort of styling. It's also supposed to completely redo like animations and technology there. And yeah, we already went over live points. They've got the icon system kind of built in. Women's careers are now like factored in more fully, and you know, just various advancements across the board, just extra little settings here or there everywhere. Oh, whoa. Yeah, more information and data collected from world players that actually playing, and then injected right into the game for realism. Talked about the icon moments, live service kind of moments and stuff like that kind of give you the full realism and the beats of like matchups and stuff like that, and it changes and grows dynamically over the course of seasons. It's you know, it's kind of like an almost pretty straightforward kind of experience gameplay wise. You get it each year. It's just mostly about taking a look at the advancements and then getting the bump up for quality across the board. That's kind of the big thing here that matters. I don't know, I think it looks a lot sharper. You know, definitely going to be a bump up for you playing from PS5 to PS5 Pro. It's just slightly better experience. And I mean, like, you get all these nice effects and stuff like that, which I think are kind of great. I can't believe I took that right outside there. That was ridiculous. But I think in general you should be pretty pleased, especially if you're coming from, you know, playing the game regularly already. You're just going to get a slightly better version, and whew! And this should, in the long term, also be a benefit, because it's going to look better every single year going forward, because this is going to be the template they're going to use to sort of evolve from. And that in itself should be rather fascinating to see how this changes over time, and I can't wait to dive into it more. So I guess at this point, I'm just going to take a mighty shot and score! Goal! Yeah, pretty excited. Going to kind of leave you with some non-commentary gameplay, so you can see more of it in action visually and get an idea of it further. But I think they kind of hit the mark pretty well here. And, yeah, it should be interesting to see how people respond to these improvements for EA Sports FC.
And the ball is moving again. 2-0 is how it stands.
Can John Scott, that's John Scott, please make your way to the ticket office. You have your
Moises Caicedo. Has a go. Fine goalkeeping to push that away. And a timely intervention. A really good pass. And he dealt with that ball played in rather well. And teammates to play it to. Insufficient guile on the crossing front, you've got to say. A meaty but fair challenge, and it will be a throw-in. Well, nothing for them to worry about in the end. Good defending. And teammates around him. And let's give credit to the defending. Just the clearance that was called for. Cross could be useful. Took a really smart piece of defending to stop them. Rashford. Who can he pick out? Really favours this position. Rashford! And a goal to put the final stamp on it. That will do it.
Well, I won't get tired of watching this. It's an outstanding bit of play. Just look how far he runs with the ball. That's a great goal.
Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed. Fofana. Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. Palmer. Promising pass. Can't miss, surely! Oh, magnificent save!
Well, he's just pulled off a great save there. What reaction from the goalkeeper that was.
Well, they've been getting the substitute ready, and now they will make the personnel change. Oh, a tremendous block. Now, counter-attacking possibilities here. And 3 minutes will be added on for stoppages. Running room galore for United. Bruno Fernandes. And maybe Rashford. A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them.
Well, as you can see, he's given far too much space, but he's still had some work to do, and I think that's a very tidy finish. It was never in doubt.
A lopsided contest, 4-0. And the referee blows for full time. Positives for Manchester United, 3 points for them. What did you make of it all?
Well, it was a very assured performance, wasn't it? I was particularly impressed with their play going forward. Really lively, almost cutting through at will at times. The result was never much in doubt, if I'm honest.
A tremendously driven performance by Marcus Rashford to...
A match that has the capacity to delight and dazzle no matter who you support. All the action coming up on EA TV.
Well, the weather really couldn't be any better here today. A very warm welcome to you on this fine day. I'm Guy Mowbray to bring you commentary along with England legend Sue Smith. We've got action from Major League Soccer coming up. Sue, what can we expect from the game then?
Well, thanks as always, Guy. It's a real pleasure to be here. It's been buzzing ahead of kick-off. Let's hope the football lives up to the atmosphere.
This is the home side's team today.
Yeah, it looks like a 4-3-3, and they are really good out wide. The relationships with both wingers and fullbacks are great, and the latter constantly providing overlaps to create 2v1 situations. Both have got good delivery, so it's just about getting on the end of things.
Well, it was looking good, but ultimately nothing doing. This is how the visitors start the game.
Yeah, it looks like a 4-3-3, and I think in midfield they'll have one deeper and the other two.
Now, this has to be. Excellent work in goal there, well saved. Real opportunity. It's back off the bar. Now, this might be promising. And that's not a bad save at all.
Well, they're on top here, creating chances too, and the crowd is certainly...
This for the lead. Went for it, but not a lot going for it. It's a miss of some margin. And able to come away with the ball. What a chance! Very well kept out, alert and ready. Great chance here. And it's a decent stop by the goalkeeper. And the ball comes in. Pass cut out. What can they do now? Oh, top quality goalkeeping to deny what looked a likely goal. And that was a great chance for the opener.
Guy, how are they not 1-0 up? He has to be clinical in that position. He looks absolutely gutted.
Bit sloppy in possession. Oh, a great chance. And how has that been kept out?
Oh, no idea. You just expected it to go in from there, but the keeper had other ideas. It's a top-class save.
They're not getting close enough here. Genuine chance. Can he finish? A goal from the substitute. And the change that was made has made a change.
Well, here it is again, and he's done so well. He's got to the byline, been able to pick out a teammate, and it makes the striker's job relatively easy. All he has to do is make the right connection. It's a really good goal.
The referee's going to go back and give a booking here.
Yeah, and I liked how he let play continue there, but had to punish the foul. Once play had stopped, he did that.
Busquets. Messi. Beaten easily here. And this could be. Oh, it was a wonderful chance. But he went to whack it rather than place it. Insigne. There's good width to this attack now. Insigne! Still a chance off the keeper. A body in the way. And out it goes for a throw-in. Not so much given away as cleverly won. Neither side doing a good job of holding onto the ball. Oh, and he's left his man behind. And that's more than comfortable for the man in goal. Busquets. On to Jordi Alba. Now there might be a chance as they keep it moving. Played their way into danger here. Still happen, but it's there now, and questions will be asked of the goalkeeper anywhere but there. He really had to get that out of harm's way.